Inside this box is, I have no idea what, but the challenge is that I have to turn whatever's in there into art. Let's do it. So my brother's doing it again. He is going to go on Temu and send me some random art supplies that then I have to make something out of, and I'm hoping this time around I will redeem myself from the last time we did this challenge, but it could be worse. Let's do this.
A lot of you seem to enjoy the first Temu video, and some of you have been commenting to do a part 2. So I've picked out a few more items for just to try and work with and make some random art with. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I found was this tiny split cup is what it says. But basically it looks like it's a cup that can split the color into different directions and send it flowing into like different directions at the same time, which seems like it would be really useful to make some cool patterns with. This one seems pretty small. It literally says mini on it, but you know, it's a good thing for her to try out and see how it works. It seems like she could probably use this for acrylic pouring, maybe even resin, I'm not sure. The second thing I've picked out is this USB powered foil pen. She has done like stuff with gold foil in the past, but she's also said in a recent project that she feels too lazy and it's kind of time consuming to work with foil. Now, I don't know if this is going to give a similar effect or how exactly it works, but I thought, you know, it might be worth a shot. She might be able to get some interesting edges or some patterns with the foil. So let's add this to the cart. The next thing I have for her are these glass cabochons. I think how you say it, I'm not sure, but basically these are these glass little circles. You can get them in different patterns and stuff, but these specific ones are a bunch of evil eye patterns, and I know she's into evil eyes and these types of things. She finds them intriguing in general. So I'm not sure what she would do with these, if she would embed them in resin and make something out of it, or use them on its own, or maybe make like trays with them, or maybe just use them to finish off some pieces. I'm not sure exactly what she would do with these, but these look cool and I think it's something she would be interested in because she does like this type of stuff. So let's get these. And lastly, I picked out something very simple. It's basically just texture paste in a tube. So this is gold and white. She's again done stuff with texture paste before, but it seems like these have a nozzle, like a thin nozzle, so you could do fine textures and maybe actually paint something with them. So that could be interesting. I did want to keep the projects a little bit simpler this time because last time they were kind of too elaborate and complicated and a lot of them didn't go wrong. So I thought this time let's get some small, simple items. Let's see what she can do with it and not complicate things too much. So good luck, Jess. Let's see how this goes.
Okay, so I finally have the package. It's a very small one compared to last time, so I'm excited to see what he sent me. I can see these tubes. I'm not sure what they are. Is it just like acrylic tubes or... Okay, I'll have to figure that out. Then there's this. I'm not sure what it is. Should I be worried? Should I be worried? Okay, they look like this. Oh, I know what this is. I know what this is. I think I know what this is. I'm pretty sure I've seen these on Temu. I think they are, you know, the acrylic pouring cups. I think that's what it is. Like, I've never seen any this tiny. Okay, and there's 2 of those. This is not a good start. I feel like I don't know. Okay, these. I know these. I've seen these on Temu, and I think I've seen another artist use these. They're just kind of like these glass beady things, but they look quite fun. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these, but yeah, at least I know what it is, which helps. So this is a hot foil quill pen.
What now?
Anyone know what this is? Oh my god, I'm so worried. Let's get it out. So there's a roll of foil and there's this pen. I'm guessing it might be like for embossing the foil, which might be fun if that's what it is. Hopefully I can read this and figure that out. There's also a USB situation in there. Okay, so these 2 kind of know what they are. This one, I hope and think these are pouring cups because honestly, like, what else could this be? These, I have no idea. So it's not the best start, but at the same time, I think we'll figure it out. At least I know some stuff now. Hopefully I'll end up with better looking stuff than I had last time we did this Temu mystery collab. Fingers crossed. So I'm starting off with these glass evil eye cabochons. I think that's how you say it. Honestly, words are hard. Anyway, I've got my trusty round tray mold that I've been using a ton lately, and my idea is to just place these guys around and kind of testing the waters at first to see how many I can actually fit on here before I dive into the real thing. Okay, so the placement is sorted and it looks that we're gonna end up with 2 rows, and I kind of love that. So it's time to actually mix up some eco resin, and I'm gonna be using some Resincrete from Jadiction Officials, who are also the official sponsors for today's little crazy adventure video. So thank you so much, Jadiction. I will pop all the links and discount codes down in the description for you guys. The vibe I'm going for here is a high contrast. I'm tinting my Resincrete a bright yellow because I wanted to pop against the blue and the white evil eyes. But what do you think, guys? I mean, should I have gone for something safer like a white or maybe a light blue, or are you loving this bold contrast moment? Now, my Resincrete is all cured up and I'm gonna let this air out for a little bit before we move on to actually sticking these on. And I'm keeping it simple. I'm just gonna use some glue and place these around. At this point, I haven't sealed or coated anything. I just wanna see how this goes, and then we'll decide if we're gonna give this a coat of resin or we're gonna use an acrylic sealer, but we'll figure it out as we go along. I've got this sticker situation. Yep, it's all evil eye themed, and I feel like the middle of the tray needs a little something something, so I've decided to go for this Hamza hand. Once again, I think that is what this is, but honestly my brain is not braining today. But either way, I think it's going to look perfect in the center. And you guys, I could not get this transfer to work for the life of me. No idea why, because I have actually used these DTF transfers on eco resins before without a problem, but this time it is a total disaster. It was half sticking, half not, and obviously I couldn't leave it like it was, so I had to peel it and scrape it, and it wasn't fun. I thought I'm gonna give this another go, and this time went in for this tiny one because if it doesn't work, then at least I have less sanding to do. And today it said no stickers allowed. But let me know in the comments why you think this didn't work. So I'm just going to pull out my Jadiction Officials resin, and we're just going to do a clear coat on this, and I will give you some finishing shots at the end once we've done all of our projects. Next up are these paint pouring cups, and not just any, the tiniest paint pouring cups ever. I mean, they are so cute. I've had some of these canvas boards lying around which I thought would be perfect for this, although it might be a little bit on the big side for such tiny cups. But you know what, guys, we're going to use what we have and we're going to figure it out as we go along. Originally I was planning to do some acrylic pouring with these, so I got out my acrylic paints, but then I thought this is primarily a resin channel, so of course I'm going down the resin route. Got my resin mixed up, a fun few colors ready, a mix of pigment paste and shimmer and all the good stuff. Before I move on with actually pouring through the cup, I decided that I'm going to do a thin layer of resin on the board. This basically will give it a nice slippery base, so once we do actually tilt or move the resin around, it's going to be a lot easier for it to glide on. My colors are looking so fun, and honestly it is so fun and hypnotic just to see it coming out of this cup. It's kind of satisfying and I'm liking what this is doing. But spoiler alert, this project is about to go south real fast, so buckle up for a little masterclass in what not to do, because what you're about to see very soon is going to be exactly that. But for now, let's enjoy this beautiful looking project while it lasts. All right, so I think I've got enough resin down. I think I want to tilt this thing because I want it to spread out organically, and I also love a good negative space moment. So I'm going to mostly get this in one corner and leave the rest to breathe. You know me, I love the balance with the chaos and the calm. All right, I think I'm happy with that. I think it's looking super fun. I've got like a few cells popping up. I've got a really wispy vibe up there that I'm loving. And like I said, the negative space we left just ties it all in together. So I think I'm calling it here.
The next day.
It's the next day, and I had some leftover resin that I literally just dumped into this little vase mold that I had. Obviously, it wasn't enough to fill it all the way, but look at how pretty this turned out. I mean, it's got some gorgeous marbling. Now it's got me inspired that I kind of want to turn our canvas board into a functional tray so our vase can actually sit on it. I'm pulling out my cake tin, which was lying around, and the plan is to have a nice chunky edge, add some texture, and build like a nice base for our canvas. So I've lined up this cake mold with some plastic, and I went with gold because we do have some gold bits popping through that initial pour that we did. So we're going to have like a nice chunky edge of gold. I've literally just dropped the canvas in, and let's just say from here on everything went south. My resin had cured a little too much before I dropped this in, and also I wanted this edge to kind of overlap on the canvas board, as in I didn't want the sides of the canvas board to show. I wanted it to be like an organic flowy edge. So I decided I'm going to use some UV resin and make like a wall to pour more resin in then. And in theory it was genius. In practice, let's just say it was testing my patience. So it was time for a little break, and it was time to actually have a little sky playtime, and he was in a bit of a mood today. I mean, he grabbed my slipper and decided that we're gonna have to play a little barter. So basically, if I handed him some treats, he would give me back my slipper. Classic sky blackmail. So make sure you leave him some treats in the comments, and make sure you hit that like and sub, because honestly, I have to keep this guy happy. He is literally the boss around here. So now I am back to more frustrating bits with this project. I've got the whole thing out. While I've got the chunky base I was going for, my little resin wall situation is a bit of a disaster. So I'm going for plan B. I'm building another wall, a thicker one this time, using some nail gel, because I feel like that would be quicker, probably a lot faster than layering up UV resin. So fingers crossed. So this kind of worked, but since it's nail gel, it wasn't colored. So I went back with some spray paint on the whole base. When in doubt, make it shiny. And then my plan is to do a flood coat and leave this to cure. This is the final tragedy that was left to happen on this piece. So I did a flood coat and I made a little cover situation for it, and then I left it overnight. Came back to the plastic actually falling into the resin, as it always happens, and we've ended up with this. So guys, I am done with this project. Of course, you could sand it down, do another flood coat, but I've had enough of it. I am moving on to the next one. I can't.
If I didn't think you could handle it, I wouldn't have entrusted it to you, would I?
Next up are these texture pastes, and I think I'm going to try and do like a kintsugi vibe with these. So I've got my mold here. Let's make some lines. This is actually the same mold tray that I used for the evil eyes, but this time I'm playing around with the gold texture paste. I'm not using the white for this project. I'm gonna go with the gold because I think you know by now that we like things shiny around here. I did have to do a little digging on Temu to figure out what this was, and it is indeed a texture paste. It is quite handy having it in a tube. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do like a kintsugi moment with some Resincrete. We'll see how it plays. I don't know if it'll work. Guys, the whole point of this is that I'm experimenting so you don't have to. While the texture paste is drying, let's try out this foil pen, and what better to try it on this, because now it's a piece of scrap. So I'm gonna just open the edge of the foil here and place it down. Now, like I said, I'm just testing if this works on resin, because I have no idea if it will, because it might actually like melt resin, or I don't know guys. So we're gonna test it. I have it plugged in, it's switched on, there's a light on it, and I'm gonna maybe just write my name. Okay, let's see if that's worked. It has kind of, let me show you. So there, it has kind of worked. I'm gonna have another go. Right, let's see. And again, it's kind of worked. Okay, so it does kind of work. and there doesn't seem to be any issues with the heat on the resin, so that's a good thing. Now I'm gonna think of something fun to do with it. The texture paste is now dry, and the thicker lines did take a little longer, but honestly a couple of hours, not too bad. Since I want to go full chaotic with this one, I'm bringing out some glitter. I have this gorgeous lilac-y glitter, and I'm dumping it all over these textured lines. I've got some crushed glass, it's purple, I've got some clear, and I'm literally just sprinkling it all. It's chaos at its best, and that's how we like it on here. Now I'm gonna pour my Resincrete, and I've gone for like a taupey color for a bit of contrast, but we'll see how this turns out. And in YouTube fashion, it's already cured, so it's time to unmold. As I'm doing it, the texture paste is literally ripping off, so it hasn't stuck to the Resincrete, but it did leave behind these really cool indents, almost like the kintsugi vibe that I was going for, like the broken lines. If that's the look you're going for, you could totally use it for that purpose. But what I'm going to do now is actually go back in with the same texture paste on the existing lines, and guys, I'm actually loving it. This gold is way better than I actually expected. Like, it's super metallic and fun, and I think I'm going to be buying more of this on Temu. For now, I'm just going to leave this right here, and we'll move on to our next mystery project. So I've mixed up some resin, tinted it this really deep blue, and I've pulled out these coaster molds that I've sprinkled a tiny amount of diamond dust on, just for them to have like a super subtle sparkle, because I'm going for a quick cosmic vibe. So I've literally just dusted some mica powders. I'm going to spritz some isopropyl alcohol just to get those two sort of meld together in a dreamy galaxy vibe. Nothing complicated here. I just want a quick, easy, spacey vibe. And I'm just pouring my resin on. We're going to leave this to cure, and then we come back with our foil pen. And what I'm doing now is grabbing these stencils. They're kind of zodiac ones, and I'm going for this Pisces constellation because you know me, I'm a Piscean. I'm also going to do an Aries constellation for my brother because he's the one I'm collabing for this project, and he literally sent me all of these goodies from Temu. So I think it's only fair that he gets one too. So I'm going to use this foil pen on the stencil, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it actually works. It's definitely taking a while to do, and while I'm doing this, I'm going to take a moment to thank Epoxylicious by Leanne. Thank you so much, Leanne, for always liking, commenting, and supporting my little chaotic channel. I really appreciate you. Okay, so it's finally done. Let's see if it's worked. And you guys, it actually kind of looks cute. These two are now done. I wanted to give them a little bit extra detail, so I have these red gems, except I don't actually want to use red on this occasion, so I spray painted them silver, and I'm just popping them into the constellation dots, kind of like connecting the stars together with a bit of a sparkle. It's the tiny detail that I feel like makes all the difference. And finally, I'm going to seal these with a top coat of resin, which means we are finally ready for the reveal of our little projects. This evil eye tray I am obsessed with. I'm so glad I went with the yellow and the blue. I feel like the vibe just really works, but do let me know if you guys would have done something different. Next up, our little disaster moment. Honestly, I have no idea how something as simple as a pouring cup turned into such a hot mess. That's the lesson, right? Like, sometimes you don't have to overcomplicate things the way I did. Next up is this project with the texture paste, and this might be my favorite one. I love that gold. I love that kintsugi vibe. I think I'm going to be ordering more of these pastes. I'm going to see if they have more colors. So I'm honestly so chuffed with how this one turned out. And finally, we've got our little constellation coasters with the foil pen. And again, love how simple this project was. It was an easy win and turned out super cute. Well, that was a roller coaster. I feel like out of the 4 mystery items he sent me, I've managed to make something somewhat fun out of 3. One, I feel like I want to pretend never happened, but if you've enjoyed this video, let me know if I should let him do this to me again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. If you've enjoyed this video, YouTube thinks you will like these two, so go check them out.